Some cats are born into warmth. Fed, cuddled, loved. Whiskers was one of them. But every day, she stared out the window, wondering what the world was like. Until one day, a butterfly fluttered by, and the door cracked open. Whiskers slipped out without a sound. Her very first adventure had begun. There were trees, flowers, and the smell of fresh bread. The world was big and new. She skipped with joy, tail high, thinking freedom was just this simple. But the city's sounds began to shift. And something changed. Street vendors, honking cars, buzzing drills, all blending into a noisy blur. Whiskers walked faster. Her eyes darted, ears folding tight to her head. She suddenly realized she no longer knew the way home. Heavy footsteps thudded. A trash bin tipped. Whiskers tumbled inside. She scrambled back out, first sticky and clumped, her eyes lost and unsure. As night fell, neon lights danced in her eyes. Too bright, too fast. She found a corner and curled up tight. Her little body trembled. Whiskers crouched behind a box and stared at two glowing eyes ahead. An orange tomcat kicked over a chicken bone. Said nothing, just watched her. "You smell like home," he rasped, but didn't turn her away. She was starving, still scared, but her paws crept forward. That night, she learned her first rule. Stray cats don't get choices, just chances. The orange tomcat didn't say much, just demonstrated how to sniff out a half-eaten chicken bone, buried deep in a pile of trash. It wasn't dignified, but it was survival. The second night, they slept side by side, cold wind, but a little warmth. After all, in a place so unfamiliar, meeting someone willing to help, that felt like the kindest twist of fate. The tomcat calmly licked his paw, as if nothing had happened. Moonlight caught the scar on his missing ear. Whiskers stared, questions swirling, but said nothing. The orange tomcat noticed her gaze and said, "You want to know why I'm on the street? I used to have a home too. I left on my own, but not because I wanted to." He once had a home. They called him Mito. It was a little bookstore, sunlit and quiet. He used to nap between books. One day, boxes appeared. His owner packed and packed. Mito didn't understand. On moving days, he hid under the desk and waited the whole night. No one came back. The house went quiet. Only the wind stayed. He sat by the door for 7 days. The food bowl stayed empty. The window stayed open. So did his hope. Then he stepped out and learned what the world calls stray. One morning, under the bridge, they sheltered from the storm. Footsteps echoed closer. A group of drunk men wandered near. Suddenly, a boot flew at them. Mito the tomcat jumped on instinct, taking the blow for Whiskers. He hit the ground hard, trembling. Blood welled from his side. Whiskers was terrified, heart pounding. But in that moment, she felt something new. Shock and gratitude. This wasn't something just anyone would do. The tomcat hissed. Whiskers froze, overwhelmed. Another boot came flying. But in that instant, a golden blur leapt in front of them. The drunks hesitated. The tomcat shouted, "Your leg's still infected." But Demai didn't move. He stood tall, eyes locked with the men. Whiskers stared. She'd never even met this dog. Why would he protect her? She didn't understand WHY, but deep down, she knew. This act of protection wasn't random. That night, Whiskers stayed silent in the corner. That dog's name is Demai. He used to be a guide dog. That dog's name is Demai. He used to be a guide dog. Flashback. A younger Demai in a guide dog harness, carefully leading a blind girl across a busy street. Each step was slow and steady. Her smile, that was his whole world. Demai was labeled retired. Demai was labeled retired. His owner walked away. He wasn't taken home, just a cage and silence. One stormy night, the shelter gate swung open. Demai bit through his collar and ran straight into the dark. Since that night, he belonged to no one. But he never forgot the first lesson. Never stop guiding. After the storm, the video was uploaded online by the delivery rider. It showed a golden retriever standing between two stray cats and a drunk swinging boots. It was the online community that traced their location, contacted volunteers, and got them to a vet. This time, they weren't invisible. This time, they were saved. A few days later at a shelter, Whiskers curled in the corner beside a rainbow toy stick. Her eyes had dulled. The rain hadn't just soaked her. It had washed her world away. She missed home. Then the doorbell rang. A familiar voice broke the silence. Whiskers, Whiskers, are you here? Her owner ran to her, scooping her up, tears falling into her damp fur. That's when she noticed Demai and the tomcat waiting in the corner. You're coming home too, okay? The woman whispered. They didn't run. They didn't resist. They just stood and followed the voice. On the new balcony, the old tomcat lounged by the railings. Demai wore a brand new harness. Inside, Whiskers played chase with her owner. The same butterfly from 7 days ago landed gently on the windowsill. This time, she wasn't facing it alone, but with her friends beside her. Some journeys aren't about escaping. They're about finding the ones worth walking home with.